Hello everybody, it is me, Jordan Young, aka Sneakonomics, back with another video that could only be described as being both banging and certified by the hood. In today's episode, we are going to catch up on some of the biggest sneaker releases that went down this week, some interesting news stories from the past week, and also look ahead to some interesting upcoming sneaker releases. Let's start off by talking about some of the big releases that went down this week, and to be honest, it was a big week for average sneakers. We had the New Balance 1906R in the size collab, the gray colorway and the green colorway. We also had the Asics Gel Light 3 Kookaburra. The Nike Air Force One Supreme in the brown colorway dropped this week as well. You guys over there in the US had the Nike SB Dunk Low in the wheat colorway, whereas we here in the UK actually had the black colorway, which I was both happy and surprised to cop from the Nike Sneakers app. One of the biggest releases of the week were probably these, the Air Jordan 1 High Reimagined Royal. I'm still kind of scratching my head as to why Jordan brand chose this particular season to bring out a reimagined suede Jordan, but they brought it out nonetheless. These pretty much bricked in the smaller sizes. The most hype release of the week was low-key probably these, the unheard of Adidas Rivalry Low Grandma's Couch. These were limited to something like 1,000 pairs or something like that, and are pretty cool, I reckon. Did you guys pick up anything this week? Feel free to let me know down below in the comments. We've had some official images of the Air Jordan 3 Off Noir, which are set to come out next month on the 15th of November, and I am feeling these. I reckon these are pretty nice. It's a women's exclusive, which means they're probably only going to go up to a women's 12 or a men's US 10.5. The uppers feature this dark nubuck material, accented with the black leather collars and tongues. And you've also got these murdered out back heel tabs adding to the stealthy look. I do think these are nice, but given the prices these days on the retro Jordans, I'll probably skip out on these because I have a pair of black cements that I don't wear enough, but let me know what you guys think of these. We've seen some images of the Nike Air Max 90 in the all-time classic, arguably the greatest colorway of all time, infrared, featuring the Gore-Tex treatment. Hardly a surprise given the upcoming winter conditions. There is no release date yet on these bad boys, but suffice to say, when I get some information, I'll be updating you guys. The Naruto Asics Gel NYC releases in December, and these are fire. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan or a follower of manga or anime or anything like that. And so I'm completely out of my depth when I tell you that this shoe is a tribute to Naruto's Sage Mode, form that allowed him to tap into phenomenal power. The shoe comes with a bespoke box and features this predominantly black upper with these sort of red and orange and burgundy accents, and I think make for a pretty spectacular looking Asics. What do you guys think of these? The Nike LeBron Next Gen What The is coming soon. No official release date on these bad boys, but this sneaker right here is pretty cool. It draws inspiration from LeBron's first model, the AZG, and this particular iteration is going to feature the very famous at this point What The Mishmash Splish Splash colorway. Very cool shoe if you are into your hooping and you want to stand out on the court. I don't know, I kind of like them. What do you guys think? Sean Wotherspoon is teaming up with Adidas again, this time to bring a couple of gazelle models in this hemp theme. These are set to release November the 17th for 140 bucks. There's two colorways, one light creamy colored upper with this blue and this orange, and another pair in this green with this contrast white stitching on the upper. I'm not that big a fan of the green pair just because of the busyness of the contrast stitching, but I do quite like the blue pair, but I'll probably skip out on these, to be honest. The Nike ACG Explorade returns in 2024. Rumored release date in February and a retail price of 140 bucks again. And this shoe, particularly in this colorway, does look pretty cool. It seems to be part of this ongoing ACG push from Nike moving into next year, where they want to presumably keep up with a lot of the other big Gorpcore type outdoor brands like Salomon and Hooker and New Balance, etc. I think these are pretty cool. PSG Football Club are collaborating with Jordan brand again, this time on a Air Jordan 1 Low OG, set to come out in the fall of 2024. We've only got mock-ups to go off at this point. Nothing firm in terms of the actual release dates yet. PHARELL returns with two more Human Race Adidas Samba collabs, and in this duo we see a pretty muted sort of creamy tonal offset with pink colorway and its counterpart bearing a more olive upper contrasted with the blue. They're both pretty nice nice. And I mean, how busy has PHARELL been this year? What with his Louis Vuitton appointments, the launch of his very successful online auction site that we're going to be talking about in a little bit, and his continued collabs with the likes of Adidas. The man is busy. I've been meaning to talk about this collab for the past couple of weeks, but I keep on forgetting. It's the Nike and Supreme Air DARWIN collection. These are coming out in the springtime of next year, retail around 120 bucks, and they're supposedly going to be 4 colorways: black, a sail, khaki, and a vault colorway as well. The sail pair pictured here has been getting a lot of chatter around it because these are supposedly going to be hyper limited. DARWIN, which is another Tinker Hatfield designed shoe, was famously worn on the hardwood by Dennis Rodman and was one of the very first sneakers to feature the swoosh on backwards. I do think these are going to have a lot of hype around them closer to the time when they do drop. I feel like the sneaker is going to be bang on trend for next year. I do like the look of the sail pair. What do you guys think? We've also seen some leaked images of the Supreme and Doc Martens collab likely coming out sometime next year. And I don't really have many dress shoes or loafer type shoes, but nah, who am I kidding? I'm not going to cop these. Actually, I could be tempted to cop a pair of these, maybe in a more traditional colorway like a black or something. We've had our first looks at the Jordan SPIZIKES low in this Houston Oilers colorway that's set to come out next year, and I've got to say the shape of these looks really nice. I'm not that crazy about this particular colorway though, but I do think the silhouette goes pretty hard. We've also just seen some leaked images from MasterChef Ian of another colorway, this one looking a lot more appetizing in my opinion. This one features a bit of white with a mix of green, sort of python, reptile, and maybe a bit of burgundy or brown action going on. These definitely look way nicer than the Oilers. We've also heard that the KD4 Year of the Dragon is also going to be dropping next year. Definitely looks like Nike are going to be pushing old school Nike basketball retros, what with the comeback of shoes like Foamposites, KD4s. It is a very cool shoe in a very nice colorway. So let's talk about a couple of news stories. I want to first talk about Nigo's Closet going up for sale on PHARELL's online auction website Jupiter. There are some pretty fire pieces going up for auction, and the auction's going to be running between November the 9th and November the 16th. And you can imagine some of these items fetching some pretty heavy bids, I would have thought. What with this personally signed pair of Kanye Bapesters up for grabs, flat white Bapesters signed by Jay-Z, some pretty cool looking bust down G-Shocks, very rare Louis Vuitton stuff, and some other pretty rare kit. I'm certainly not going to be bidding. Are you going to be bidding anything? Probably not either. So who cares, right? JJ Jound is going to be dropping an Adidas Samba this November, apparently. This news is based on internal documents from the brand and would hardly be surprising at this point. I mean, this really has been the year of the Samba. Apparently there is going to be a core black, crystal white gum color designation, and there are official product style numbers out there. There is no first look available, but it wouldn't be hard to envisage the collab being about as minimalistic as you could hope to imagine. Jound branding on the heel or something like that. Now, you guys might remember back in November 2022, images of a rumored Jound Samba were leaked. There were 2 colorways as you can see here, and Jound himself actually piped up online to quash those rumors and those leaks, saying both those shoes were fake. And so the question is now, was he capping? I don't know, but stay tuned for updates on this release. Speaking of some new releases, let us now turn our attention to some of the upcoming sneakers you guys might want to keep an eye out for. First of all, on November the 6th, you have the Kith and Madison Square Garden New Balance 990 V6. The special release features 2 distinct colorways, Sandrift inspired by the Knicks and Navy inspired by the Rangers. Really nice looking materials. I'm a big fan of both colorways, but definitely more so the Knicks. And if you guys want to get yourselves into the draw for these, you can download the Kith app and get into the draw on there. Otherwise, the global launch is set for Monday, November the 6th at 11 a.m. Eastern time, available through select Kith retail locations and online on the website. The following day, you have the Slam Jam Salomon XT Quest 1. These are coming out in this all over metallic silver type colorway, complemented with some dark gray accents. It's a pretty cool looking shoe and right on trend with this this whole silver shoe phenomenon we're in the midst of right now. Keep an eye on the Slam Jam socials and the website because these could be dropping on November the 6th. November the 7th, the Nike Zoom Vomero 5 Plum Eclipse releases. This is a women's exclusive and is a pretty good looking colorway for the upcoming fall and winter season ahead. You've also got the Off-White Air Force 1 Mid in the Varsity Maze colorway dropping on November the 9th. On November the 10th, you have the Air Jordan 5 Midnight Navy dropping $210 retail, which is a little bit hefty, but I've got to say these do look really nice. These high quality images showing the all over suede upper complete with the suede tongue. I don't know if I'd be willing to shell out the $210 for them, but they're definitely one of the cleanest 5s we've had in some time. November the 11th, you have the Jordan 11 Neapolitan. This is the women's release that features the brown patterns and the suffused strawberry outsole. Very cool shoe. $225 though, which is justified according to the leather materials on the upper. It's a pass from me, but still a cool shoe. And also on November the 11th, you guys want to keep an eye out for the Nike SB Dunk Low Tight Booth raffles that are going to be going out via skate shops first for the November 11th release, and then there's going to be a subsequent release on the Nike Sneakers app on the 14th. Here in the UK, we're still waiting for information on that release, so as usual, make sure you're subscribed. Go and check out my other socials so I can keep you guys updated over there. I have also seen some sneaky information that the first colorway of the Travis Scott Jumpman Jack might be dropping on November the 11th as well. And whilst I did see this coming from a fairly credible source, I wasn't able to corroborate it with anybody else. And so take that with a big old grind of rock salt. And that is it for this week's sneaker wrap. Thank you guys as always for taking the time to watch the video. Be sure to go over and give me a follow over on IG and TikTok. And let me know what you guys thought in the comments. I'm always interested to read and interact with you guys down below. Have yourselves an awesome day and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care for now and peace.